Cornerback. Man, Debo really beefing up this rundown, huh? The entire defense. It's been a whole podcast of 5 crappy quarterbacks. I don't know why I'm complaining about Debo. Debo does a great job. Although the rumor is he's demanding a trade. That's a Debo joke. Anyway, Josh, your top 5 cornerbacks. 1, Ahmad Sauce Gardner. 2, Derek Stingley Jr. 3, Kyer Elam. 4, Kyler Gordon. And 5, Trent McDuffie, which is really interesting because Trent McDuffie's over-under. It's currently 17.5. He's sort of projected to be that third corner taken. You have him at 5 there, though. And certainly, I think you might going to nitpick the Sauce and Stingley up top. Talk to me about why you got McDuffie and no Booth either.
I think it's just his size. Traditionally he's probably, more of a slot cornerback, zone heavy kind of guy. So I don't think he's going to be a fit for everybody. I was looking more at the players that have man coverage potential. Those are the ones that I really covet in the first round. So that's maybe why I would ding McDuffie a little bit, even though he's one of the more instinctual players in this class.
Traps, if you're going to pound the table for one of these cornerbacks, who would you go with?
Well, I'm going to actually look at our rundown and see who Josh had. He had Roger McCreary, and that truly is someone that I would pick too. Okay. The only knock on Roger McCreary, his arms are 29 inches, which is really, really short for the cornerback spot, especially he played on the perimeter and he played a lot of man coverage. But his film, you ask myself, Josh, Ryan, any draft analyst, they'll tell you his film is of first-round caliber. He just kind of got knocked because he ran only 4.50 at the combine, and the arms are super duper short. I think in terms of just maybe never being an all-pro because maybe his lack of length holds him back, that could happen with Roger McCreary, but he feels like he's going to be a 10-plus year solid pro because his instincts, the twitchiness, the ball skills are all, I think, of first-round caliber.
Josh, you listed buyer beware on Andrew Booth out of Clemson. Is it injuries or is it a skill situation?
Yeah, it's more of the injury. He's got a core muscle situation, surgery that he had post season. So that's something that you have to be a little concerned about. Booth is one of the guys that played a little zone heavy in college, but I think has man coverage potential more than a lot of the guys that you would possibly get late day 1, even into day 2. So I value him as one of those guys that can become a man coverage player at the next level. And then back to Roger McCreary. I mean, he was playing the SEC. Like, this is not a guy that was playing MAC level competition, no offense to the MAC, but he was, playing against the Jameson Williams on a weekly basis and, was holding his own.
Yeah. I mean, that matters for sure. Zion McCullum, sleeper for Josh. Traps, you want to give a breakdown and then Josh can jump in on his small school standout?
Yeah, I can because I love Zion McCullum. I have an early second-round grade on him. We talked about Jordan Davis acing his combine. Zion McCullum did the same. I mean, 6'2", 200 pounds. Arms are a little bit short for being 6'2". I think they were under 32 inches. But his film from Sam Houston State, I mean, it's kind of the opposite of playing in the SEC. His film was outstanding. There was 2 plays, I believe it was against Montana State, where he lost the football down the field, gave up some big plays. Outside of that, he was as sticky in coverage as any cornerback in this draft class. So you're watching that at the FCS level saying, okay, well, how good of an athlete is he? And then, like I mentioned, he aces what he did at the combine, the 40, the 3-cone, the vertical, the broad jump. I think he could go as early as the second round and has that athletic makeup along with the coverage instincts to be a really good pro for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, running a 4.33 at the NFL Combine at that size is absolutely incredible. And I could have gone with him as my small school standout, but we do not accept the bare minimum here at the Pick Six podcast. Okay, so
sure, my friend, we accept the bare minimum here.
So I dug a little bit deeper. I went to Fayetteville State for Joshua Williams, who is also 6'2", 195 and ran a 4.51 at the NFL Combine. So you're talking about that size, that speed. You typically do not see that at that level of competition. So he's going to have a transition, obviously, that's going to be a little bit more difficult than some of these other guys that played against SEC competition. But when you're looking at traits that you can work with at the next level, Williams has some that you can get excited about.